Yeah, so welcome everyone to the Football Business Talks. I'm Roger Hampel, the founder of Football Business Journal. Today speaking with Ignacio Mas-Bagà, the CEO of Girona FC, the absolute sensation of La Liga this season. I think not only La Liga, but also the worldwide football. Bom dia, Ignacio.
Bom dia, Roger. Thank you.
So moving straight to the point, what's the key of this sensational sporting success? What changes were in the club, not only on the pitch, but also off the pitch, from the time you were playing in La Segunda División 2 years ago?
Well, yeah, it's amazing one the performance of this team this season. But I think that we have to do like zoom out a little bit and go back to the beginning. We have been working in this project since 2015 with up and downs, promotions, relegations, um, failing the promotion the last minute in the two playoff finals. But finally, we found Mitchell, a coach that, after a lot of persisting, after tough moments, because 2 years ago when we were in second division with Mitchell, it was in October, November, we were in relegation spots for the third tier division in Spain. When we thought that our objective was promotion, and in that moment we thought that the best decision to make was not changing anything and keeping the coach, and that's what we did. And well, he fixed some things, no, of the style of play and of the play, and then we start winning. We start winning, and we qualified to the playoffs, and finally we got promoted. Um, Last season was a very successful season as well. We almost qualified to conference league, but we didn't. But we ended in the 10th position, so very good result for our club, because last season we were in the 19th position in terms of salary cap ranking. We have improved this season. We are in the 13th position. That means that we have more budget for our squad, that we can invest in better players. And so I think it's a combination of all these, no? Having the same coach, same project, um, uh, unique and own style of play, that delivers what the result that we are having now. I mean, it's not easy, because sometimes you want to play in a way, you train in a way, and then you don't see the results on the pitch. But now I think everything is working, and we are seeing now the results and leading the table right now.
Let's move now to the main topic of our conversation today, so the business aspects. How have the club's successes impacted financial growth and revenue from merchandising sales and the club accessory sales?
Yeah, the growth in all the revenue lines has been incredible and unexpected. It's true that usually the good performance of the team helps to grow in our revenue lines, but you have to be prepared and well organized and have a good strategy. Because basing your strategy on in winning, it's difficult, because you don't always win. So you have to be prepared when for the tough moments. Just a number. In 2015, when we arrived, we were selling 800 shirts, generating around 14,000 euros per year. And now we are generating, or we expect to close the year with 1.3 million euros in all retail sales, selling around 12,000 shirts. So that's a that's a massive growth. Being in first division, it's a big showcase that helps to capture this demand that is not only from Girona, from Catalonia, from the region, but also from abroad. Then for ticket sales, we see that every weekend we're doing sold outs. The demand is huge. It's true that the stadium is small, but it's also good to see that the demand is growing, and we are trying to create different packages, different products in order to capture this demand. And finally, partnerships. We have all the partnership assets sold, uh, and I think that's a good sign that the things are going well, because also the partners see that that Girona is a platform to do business.
And do you have any information how many jerseys were sold online versus in store, and how does it look like in case of demographic?
Yeah, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think that around the 30% of the shares are sold online, and the rest on the physics stores that we have. We have two, in the stadium and also in the city center of Girona, and then different retailers that we receive the royalties. But I didn't include that number in the shares that I told you before. Um, yeah, the line has growing, and I think is well, especially when you sell abroad, that's the channel that you use, of course. But we thought it was a very good opportunity for us to open a store in the city center of Girona, not only because of retail strategy, but also as a brand strategy to be close to the city. And also we find a location that was very good in city center in La Rambla of Girona, where all the tourists pass through. So is a way to say that in our city, in our region, that's the club of the region, and if you want to buy something, that's the place to be.
So Girona FC has a unique identity that resonates with pride among its supporters. Could you tell us more about how the club shows its Gironian pride and what effect it has on culture, tradition, and values of the club?
A tagline that was adopted by our fans that calls Orgull Gironí, that is like Gironian pride, because we used to say that the people from Girona are very proud of themselves because of they're humble, but they work a lot, and the level of quality, no, of the products from Girona is very high. I don't know if you have had the opportunity to come here to Girona, but we have one of the best restaurants in the world. The ones who like cycling is the best place to practice cycling. Also, the Costa Brava, one of the best coasts in the Mediterranean Sea. So I think we were proud of the region and the way we do things. So I think it's easy to find amongst our fans this sense of belonging to Girona and the way we do things, no? And also this determination, this way of working, we have seen with the team, no, persisting and trying to get back to first division after two failures attempts in the playoffs, and that's why we start call us as stubborn. In Catalan, we say tossuts, because we are very stubborn, trying to get back to the place that we thought that we belonged.
So, how does Girona FC use its small town image and underdog image to its benefit?
Yeah, when you compare to other clubs, and you see match day revenues, retail, uh, usually is related to the place they belong. I mean, our city is a small city of 100,000 inhabitants. The region is bigger. We have 700,000 inhabitants, so we have a potential way to growth within all the region. I think there's a big opportunity. Um, but we try to use the smallness, being small, the underdog, as an opportunity to communicate to our fans in a different way, to be more close to them. So it's a different approach. I mean, when you come to the stadium, it's easy to that in the last row of the stadium you can almost hear what the players say or shout or the touch of the ball. So it's just that experience that you had when you were a child and you visit the typical small stadium of the town. So we try to capture this essence, of the real football in our Montilivi stadium.
The last time Espanyol finished the league above Barca was more than 8 years ago. So, being right now above Barca at the table, how do you view the fact that at this moment you can be another strong football force in Catalonia?
Yeah, I think well, we are not trying to do any fight against FC Barcelona. It's true that nowadays, well, we are in a higher position, but we will see. I mean, still many games to be played, and we will see. It's not our target to be above FC Barcelona. Our target is to be relevant in the region, and I think that it's happening now. I mean, we used to be a small and second division club, and now everybody's talking about what's the club doing on the pitch, but also off the pitch, and especially all our fans, all the people from the region are feeling proud of what we are doing, and the the history will say, we don't know, but I think that we are creating something that becomes stable in first division. That's our target, and there's a space for a club like ours in the first division and in this region.
So could you say something more about local and international business partnerships?
Well, I think that we are playing in one of the best leagues in the world, and this showcase have us to attract attention of the brands, because our competition is broadcasted in more than 160 countries. I don't know how many countries there are, but almost everywhere. So the audiences are huge. We have an accumulated audience of 90 million people every year. We play in first division, and that keeps on growing. So we really think that because of the values of the club and the exposure that we generate, is a great way to do a partnership that help us to grow the value of their brands, and also to help to sell them more.
Yeah, and what about social media growth? How has the club's successes influenced the growth of Girona FC on social media?
I think we many years ago we started a strategy in the social media, and we created new channels. We have a channel in Weibo in China, but also TikTok has grown a lot. So growing TikTok, I think, is a good sense that we are well connected with the generation Z, with the youngest one, but also I think that it's true. I have to say that the results on the pitch has meant an expansive growth in the last 3 months, where all the social media channels has growth in terms of followers, but also on the views and engagement in all the publications that we make.
So my last question is regarding the City Football Group. Can you share some insights on the day-to-day relationship between Girona FC and City Football Group from the management point of view and the benefits it brings to the club?
They are part of the ownership of the club. They hold the 47% of the shares. And then we have another two big shareholders, as Marcelo Claure. He holds 35%, and Pere Guardiola 15%. I think they all together are a great team that gives supports and stability, and especially long-term view, where especially in an industry that is very difficult to find. I think City Football Group is a family of 13 clubs now, and is a place where we can share knowledge, learn from other clubs, other cultures, and help us to work better. So that's what we do. I mean, it's not about the daily basis. You know that Girona is managed from Girona with the management of Girona, and it's something that I want to say because that's our reality. But of course, having shareholders that are good players in this industry help us to learn every day, and to be prepared for an industry that is an intense change, and that has to have a clear focus that you cannot depend on the results of the weekend. You have to plan with long term and support, and that's what they have been doing since they arrived.
Perfect. I think you have everything in Girona, but only Champions League is missing. So who knows in May?
Who
Yes,
knows?
so,
Let's
so
see.
that is what I
Let's
wish
dream.
you. That's what I wish you, and let's dream. Muitas graças, Ignacio.